Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Cook getting the handoff from Bradford. Gets around him. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
The play fake to Cook. Here's Bradford. Buying time to his left. And some space here. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On 1st and 10, Bradford dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Now Bradford on second down. Forced out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They find some open field here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Goff, and he's got his target. It's Austin for the Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different long night. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. A second down throw for Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. It may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
On third down, Bradford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. On first down, it's gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The throw on second down is gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That's taken on the 25. Takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense set up with a very short field. First and 10 inside the 20. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Bradford on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Off the play fake, Bradford, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Brown. And he caught up. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The play clock's running down. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They go play action. Now Bradford. That's caught by Treadwell. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw for Bradford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, Bradford steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
To throw on third down, Bradford. Now he'll escape to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Monday. Four down. Check. Switch. Slam.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Bradford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Brown. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bradford now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Check it backer, check it backer. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Here we go, Monday. We call that a sack block. Easy, alert.
Second down, Bradford. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run. This is Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. Out of the gun, Goff. Being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, that's Brown. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They run. Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Play action now. Bradford going deep for Diggs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Out of the Wildcat, it's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 2nd and 10, Goff again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those. And he'll go down. brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Bradford, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Goff now on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
off now. Looks to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second down following the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Third and long. It's Gone. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Down the numbers. There he goes. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Second down following the run. Time running out here on the play clock. There's Bradford. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On third down, that's Cook, and he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. First down, Bradford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Left side caught by Diggs. 20, 10, 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Cook. Finding room at the 30. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground. against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now gone. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They run it with McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And this looks to probably be the final play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go. 40. We got 3, brother. We got 3.
On the ground, it's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.